Good morning and welcome to Living Local 15. I'm Jessica Williams. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you are having a fantastic week full of light and love. And if you aren't, you're at the right place because we have a great show for you today. First up, we're getting you all ready for National Hoagie Day, which is later this week. Our friends at the City Moms will show us an easy hoagie to grab for your family while whipping up a side dish. And then we'll wash that down as we experience part 2 at Penny Drip. It's a restaurant that specializes in craft cocktails and beverages. And later, we discuss the topic of grief and learn how Lisa's legacy is impacting others. That and more, starting now.
Fashion, food, and fun. You're watching Living Local 15 with your host, Jessica Williams.
Did you know that Friday is National Hoagie Day? So today I am so excited to talk with our friend Janine from the City Moms, talking about hoagies and some special recipes that may go with them. Hey, Janine.
Hi, good morning.
Yes, so Janine is the CMO of City Moms, Chief Mom Officer.
Yeah, you got it.
And so you came with some great recipes today.
I did. I mean, National Hoagie Day, it sounds like such a fun kind of like food celebratory day. Excuse me.
Yes.
We also had National Pretzel Day last week.
Okay.
And National Truffle Day, so I feel like it's a good lead up.
I missed that one. I love a truffle.
I know, especially visit DeBrand's in Fort Wayne. I mean, they make the best truffles.
Okay,
so,
yeah.
But for National Hoagie Day, I mean, hoagies go by so many other names. I'm curious to hear what you may have called a hoagie from growing up.
So growing up, never a hoagie.
Okay.
Maybe like a Subway sandwich. Probably best that. And I used to work at Subway a long time ago.
Oh.
My first job at 15, and I was a sandwich artist.
Okay, well then this is right up your alley.
Yes.
Yeah, so hoagie is also known as, I mean, sub, there's grinder, there's po' boy.
Okay, yeah. Oh,
we've
po'
heard
boy,
hero sandwiches. And we've also heard torpedo. So, I mean, lots of, whatever you call it, it's definitely a good celebration. And I'm starting first with these sandwich options from Rayburn's. So you can grab these actually in the frozen food section at Meijer or at Dollar General. And like bakery soft bread. I love these because these heat up really, really quickly, really well.
Really?
I actually put these in my kiddos' thermoses for lunches, but these will make such a great just main for you for that National Hoagie Day.
Yes.
Think about maybe adding that to a picnic or put them out for a platter, maybe for your family for the day. So
yeah, and it looks
these are
like
great
they
options.
give you the basics, right? So you have the meat, cheese, and bread.
Yep.
A couple of different options. I see a Philly cheese steak.
Yes.
And a roast beef cheddar melt.
Yes.
And then if you like more stuff on your sandwich, you can add the lettuce, the tomato, the onions.
Yes, this
peppers.
is a perfect base for it.
Okay.
Exactly.
Wonderful.
Yeah, and so, I mean, obviously on the side, you also might want to look for something. I mean, we're getting into that picnic season.
Yes,
so
yes.
potato salad, coleslaw, chips, but I also brought a macaroni salad that I'm going to just kind of toss together while we chat today.
Yes.
So this is a great one for Hoagie Day. I've got a pound of elbow macaroni already cooked and ready to go.
Yes.
So we're adding a cup of chopped carrots. You can also shred these. My kids just like these kind of chopped though for that extra crunch.
Okay. Yes.
I have 2 of these hard-boiled eggs that I'm going to add in here as well.
Nice.
And that you can also add in some sweet onion or some shallot. We're not a huge like raw onion fan at home, so I left those at home instead.
Okay.
But
you're doing her nose a favor probably, but I live for some onions.
I know, I know. So what we're going to do now is start binding this together. So you've got this 2 cups of mayo that you can just kind of toss in here.
So that's good. So you put all of the isolated items, the dry items essentially first and then bind it.
And then we're going to pour in this milk as well. So this will kind of help start bringing this together. So as we mix, I always remind that you want to remember to season your macaroni salad. You don't want something too bland. So as we're starting to pull this together, salt and pepper, definitely those are your standard go-tos. You can kind of pull in something else from your spice cabinet. I really love paprika. Gives a good kind of just smokiness to this.
Paprika, and my mother introduced me to smoked paprika.
Yes.
That adds a little flair, and I'm like, ooh, I put that on everything.
The smell to it too, it just brings it up,
Yes.
just ever so slightly elevates it. And then the last thing that we want to add in here is just a little bit of apple cider vinegar.
Really?
So this is a great way to just kind of give it a little extra punch.
Okay.
You can put some rice wine vinegar in there, or rice vinegar as well, but this apple cider vinegar is really going to help quite a bit. So it just gives it a little acidity.
Yeah, a little tang on that thing.
Exactly. So it's a really easy, quick thing to toss together. Maybe throw some green onions on top if you are an onion family. Give it some more color. But ultimately, this is ready to go and just get served right alongside those hoagies.
Yum. And you mentioned the spices, and so I mean, garlic goes on anything and everything.
Absolutely.
So whether it's minced or garlic powder,
Yes.
put a little bit of onion salt
Oh,
on it to give that
so
little
good.
punch. But yes, I love that you mentioned the seasonings because that makes or breaks a dish.
Absolutely, it does.
And you want to be invited back out to the cookout or the picnic by spicing your food.
Yes, you do. You are absolutely right. We love hot sauce too, so
Oh,
kind of
yeah.
bringing that in a little bit as well. But so for National Hoagie Day, that's just kind of the perfect way to pull it together for your family or for your celebration.
I love that. Okay, so we have our subs and our sides. Any other sides that you just love to have with the sandwich?
I mean, definitely coleslaw. And in fact,
Yes.
I love taking my coleslaw and putting it in my sandwich, just again for that extra crunch. And we're also, you're going to laugh, we have a really special Jell-O salad recipe at home.
Jell-O salad. Okay,
Yes.
is this like the Jell-O with the fruit pieces on the inside that gives a little jiggle?
It's not. It's like a powdered Jell-O cottage cheese whipped cream. So it
Oh.
might sound a little odd, but it was my grandmother's orange dreamsicle Jell-O recipe.
Okay,
So
well tell me this. Have you ever had sauerkraut before?
I love sauerkraut. I never
Okay.
thought of that though.
That will be great on a sandwich. I'm now an advocate for sauerkraut because I had it for the first time on the show a few weeks ago, and I had never tasted it, and it was delicious. Now,
That's a great
yeah,
idea.
it was really crunchy, right? It wasn't
Yeah,
soggy like you
yeah.
would think, but I loved it. So now I'm like, that can go on anything.
Oh yeah, really bring it up. I love that idea.
Yes, well, I love this. Thank you so much, Janine, for
Yeah,
coming in
thank
and
you.
sharing these exciting recipes and getting us ready for summer, spring, picnics, and all of the above.
And National Hoagie Day.
National Hoagie Day. So Friday is National Hoagie Day, so check out Rayburn's website to learn more about their sandwich options and where you can purchase them. And also check out the City Moms for more lifestyle tips, and we'll be right back.
Follow us on social media at Living Local 15.
I am here at Penny Drip, which is a cocktail bar located in downtown Fort Wayne. They specialize in unique craft cocktails infused with coffee, and I am joined now by the head bartender, Sam Albertson. Hi, Sam.
Hi.
How's it going?
Doing well. How are you?
Doing well, thank
Good.
you. So I'm excited because I'm behind the bar, and we're gonna mix up some of your specialties, some of your favorites.
Yeah.
Yes?
Yeah,
Okay, so
absolutely.
today we're going to explore the bitter side of things and kind of getting a little spritzy.
Yeah, a little lower ABV as well.
Yes. Okay, so share with me, what are we going to make
Yeah.
first?
So we're going to be doing a Aperol spritz. In place of Aperol today, we're going to be using Select Aperitif. It's a Venetian liqueur, very similar to Aperol.
Okay, yummy. So I love an Aperol spritz. It's so refreshing. It's actually
Yes.
the perfect brunch drink or just day drink.
Absolutely.
And it infuses a little bit of bubbly, a little bit of bitters, and it's an Italian beverage.
Yeah.
So one of my faves, so let's make it.
Yeah,
Okay.
absolutely. So we're going to start with the Select Aperitivo here. We're going to
Okay.
do 2 ounces.
2 ounces. Okay. Is this a popular beverage?
This is a very popular beverage. Aperol actually currently is one of the sponsors of Coachella.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, Coachella's happening about right now.
We're going to do 3 ounces of Prosecco.
Okay.
And for that one, we're just gonna kind of free pour it a little
Pour.
bit.
Okay,
So
well, you're gonna let me know.
Yeah, I'll let you know.
Spot that 3 ounce.
we're gonna go about right there.
Okay.
Perfect.
I love a
And
champagne.
then lastly, we're gonna add just a little touch of soda water.
Okay.
So we have that prepared right here for you. And
right.
just go ahead and pour that
Just
all
a little,
in.
all of it?
Yep.
Okay.
And we're gonna go ahead and hit just
Ooh, you see
a
that
couple
bubbly?
ice cubes.
Okay. Okay, right on top.
Yep. Just kind of dump them in, get a little splash.
Whoop.
Perfect.
Ooh, look at that
And then we just
foaminess.
garnish that with a little coin.
Okay, are we going to
We're gonna do a little express it,
I
and
love
then
an
just drop it
express.
in.
Bam. Look at that.
Aperol spritz.
Good, isn't that lovely? Yum, yum. Okay, so now we're going to give it a little tasty taste.
Yeah, tell me what you think. Pretty good? All right.
So good. And it's so funny. This is the perfect way to be introduced to bitters.
Yeah.
Because it's a unique taste, right?
Yeah,
and it
it's
is
certainly-
acquired,
Yes, very much so.
but you can learn the nuances and the flavors of it.
And Aperol or Select are really easy ways to get into it too.
Yeah, and you all make different drinks here with the
Yeah.
bitters concept. So share with me about other drink items that you offer.
Yeah, so some different things like with the bitters, we have a couple different items on our menu. We have like the Cafe Mexicana, the Cowboy Coffee. I have Fernet Valet or Averna in it, two different Italian Amaros. And then we also have, going into our next drink a little bit maybe, is going to be Angostura bitters.
Okay, awesome. So tell me, is a bitters a really good palate refresher?
Yes, absolutely.
Does it clean the palate?
Yeah,
Okay.
so it's like a digestive, helps cleanse the palate, especially with those bubbles. You know, those bubbles really help take it out.
Yes. Okay, awesome. Well, you got to have a little bitters when we do our food tasting.
Yes.
Clean the palate. Okay, Sam, let's make our next drink.
Yeah, sounds great.
All right, Sam, tell me about the next drink that we're going to make.
Yeah, so today we have the gin and soda. So this is what we call the best gin and soda, made with this Suntory highball machine.
Oh, wow. Okay, and this is a very innovative machine,
Yeah.
right? And it was imported from
Japan.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
So tell me about the concept behind it. And you all are the first in Fort Wayne to have it.
Fort Wayne and also the state.
Ooh,
Yeah.
all of Indiana.
So the tower here has a little bit of machinery under it, but you load in your alcohol, in this case Roku gin,
Okay.
and through the machine it chills it down to about -10, and then also pulls water from our line and hypercarbonates it to about 2 times the amount of champagne.
Wow. So that's
Yeah.
really bubbly.
Very bubbly. We call it fine carbonation.
Okay, fine
Yeah.
combination. Okay, that's very interesting. And so it's an easy concept
Yeah.
essentially because it makes it easier for you all
Yeah.
to be able to serve it, but yet give a new experience to
Yeah,
the person who's
absolutely.
drinking it.
Yeah. So it has this little thing here on the top that
Okay.
you just pull down to make the drink. So
Okay.
in this case, we're gonna take that glass, set it right under that nozzle,
Alrighty.
and then we're gonna take this guy and just pull him straight down.
Just straight down.
Yep. A little bit harder.
Hard.
There
Oh,
you
to
go.
get the-
And give it a second. Let that
Oh,
carbonation
let it
filter down. Give
fizzle
it another
down.
little hit. And that is Fort Wayne's best gin and soda.
Really? Just as easy as that?
As easy as that. And then we'll
Yeah,
just
that's it.
garnish it with a lime wedge.
A lime
I'm just gonna
wedge,
sit
alright.
that right on the end of the glass.
All right. Perfect.
And there you have it.
And there it is.
The
And
gin
it
and
looks
soda.
like just some soda water.
Yeah, looks like some soda water, but it's got a good amount of Roku gin in there. What do you think?
It's an experience.
Yeah, a little bit like
Yeah.
drinking a cloud.
Yeah, like it's like, ooh, the bubbles are tingly and they
Yeah.
hit you. I feel like this would be, you know how people try to be healthier?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
When they drink, if that's possible, but not having it too much sugary.
Yeah, so there's
drinks.
not any
This feels
sugar in there
light.
at all. Yeah.
Yeah.
Very light, very crisp. Yeah.
So just a fun way, if you like a vodka and soda, gin
Yeah.
and soda or whatever, this is the best way to have it. And it's
Absolutely.
ice cold, which I
Absolutely.
love.
-10 about.
-10, oh my
Yeah.
goodness. Okay, as you can see, we have here the Aperol Spritz in the perfect gin and soda,
Yeah.
as you said, all right? And so You already know. My favorite pick is going to be the Aperol Spritz. I love it so much. It's so delightful.
It's a great cocktail.
Delightful. It infuses the flavors of the bitters and the citrusiness of orange, and there's a bubbliness to it. Like I said, this is the perfect brunch drink.
For sure.
Or just after work, happy hour time, just to wind down.
Maybe on a patio.
Maybe on the patio, because summer's coming, and they have this beautiful patio here at Penny Drip. Thank you so much,
absolutely,
Sam, for showing me how to make these really cool drinks.
Of course.
Yes. And if you would like more information about Penny Drip, we'll be sure to list their website below. Come and check them out, and we'll be right back.
Living Local 15, proudly driven by the Kelly Automotive Group.
Grief from a loss of a loved one is a challenging thing to handle alone. Lisa's Legacy is here to discuss how they provide compassionate conversations and hope. And joining me is Ann Filler, the president and CEO. Hi, Ann.
Hello.
Welcome.
Thank you.
Yes,
thank you for having me.
Thank you for joining me. So this topic is just such an important one, and I think it is something that everyone should be reminded of, that when they go through something, there's people that care. And that is what your nonprofit organization is all about. So share with us about Lisa's Legacy.
Lisa's Legacy Lisa was our youngest daughter, and she passed away at age 33. Shortly after the funeral, a friend came to call on us, Tracy Martin, and she brought a gift bag and a book, a list of grief counselors and support groups in this area, as well as a touchstone for my husband, my other daughter, and myself. But the best thing was she sat and talked with us and let us talk about Lisa. And we laughed, we cried. It was just one of the best feelings to have someone helping us with our grief.
Yeah, and it's like a moment that a little bit goes a long way.
Yes.
You know, it's like the items that maybe in the midst of so much that you're having to process from your loss, you don't think about that you may need through that time, and then someone spending that quality time with you.
And probably about 6 weeks later, I talked to Tracy again, and I said, I want to do for others what you did for us. That was so important because I really didn't know how to help someone who was grieving. And so I wanted to do that. And that's how Lisa's Legacy got started. We put together people who had skills that I don't have. I'm a retired elementary teacher, so this is way out of my league. But at the same time, I knew it was important to help others as they want to support someone who's grieving.
And so you started putting together these grief kits.
Yes, we started with a bag, designed the logo, someone on our board, another art teacher from school and her daughter designed this. And then we put items in it that we found were either helpful during the grief time or brought comfort. So there's about 6 to 8 items.
Yes.
And we started with adult bags. And then eventually someone said, well, is there anything there for my children whose grandparents had passed away? And so we developed bags that are for children 5 and under, 6 to 10-year-olds, 11 and 12 preteen age, and then teenagers. And adult bags. So there's all kinds of bags that we can offer or custom make for people. So
that's wonderful. And so let's talk about your upcoming event this week on May 4th. Share with us what's going to happen.
It's at the Cinema Center, which is on the corner of Berry and Clay. The actual entrance is on Berry Street. And it will start at 6 o'clock from 6 to 7. There'll be a social time. And the Cinema Center actually has 2 rooms, a lounge, a big open area, and then the theater itself. From 6 to 7, we'll have a social time in the lounge area where it'll be catered and with hors d'oeuvres and sweets, beer, wine, pop, and bottled water, as well as a display of what's in all of the bags. And then we move everybody into the theater itself, and there's an 8-minute video that explains what Lisa's Legacy is, as well as some 3 people from our board who share their grief stories. One is talking about when his brother died, another one when her husband died, and a third one talking about when a second grade student of hers passed away during the school year. And also the Indiana State Representative Kyle Miller is on that video as well. And then we go into the movie, or then the movie will start right after that.
Yeah, so this is a night of cinema, a night of celebration, and just a night of community coming together to support this organization. Because of course, with nonprofits, fundraising is so important.
Yes.
So you all can survive. So what a participant, an attendee, they can experience a screening of a new movie called Land.
Yes.
Correct?
Yes.
Which is by Robin Wright, acclaimed actress. And that's really exciting. So they get that exclusive peek of that film while also having a social hour, like you said, learning so much about your organization and just really being able to hear those stories.
Absolutely. And our bags they are free to someone who wants one. We are funded totally by donations, grants, or an event such as this.
Yes.
Tickets are $35, only $35. So I think that's a really good deal
Yes.
for an evening like this.
Yeah, it sounds very nice. Very, very nice. And if someone is suffering from grief or loss and they do want to contact you all, what is the best way to get in contact to be able to receive a kit?
We have a website. It's called lisaslegacyofhope.org. And that one, you can connect with that. We also have places all over this Fort Wayne area and Northeast Indiana where they can go to those sites and walk in the door and say, I'd like a Lisa Legacy bag. And the receptionists know, and they'll just get a person a bag.
Yeah. Well, that's wonderful. Well, thank you so much, Ann, for coming in and sharing about Lisa's story and most importantly, continuing her legacy.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you.
If you would like more information about Lisa's legacy, we'll have their website listed below, and I'll see you after the break.
Have an idea for the show? Want to find out how you can be a guest? Contact us at livinglocal15@wayne.com.
Thank you so much for tuning in today. You can catch up on episodes of Living Local 15 on WANE.com and also the WANE app. And I'll leave you with this. Your positivity can make all the difference in someone's day. So while you're out, give a smile, give a wave, spread a little light and love today. And I look forward to seeing you here tomorrow. Bye-bye.